It's a great pleasure to chat today on the Selfmaker Show with Domingo Sanchez, who's an old friend of mine who now lives in Madrid in Spain. Domingo's got a doctorate in business from Trinity College, Dublin. He specialises in building networks between public and private organisations. So he's got a really interesting career, and he's also a DJ, and I call him Dr. DJ. Enjoy.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to the Selfmaker Show. This is your host, ConorLyn.ch. Hello, Domingo. How are you today?
Hi, Conor. Good. Thank you for having me in this podcast.
My pleasure. It's always great to chat to you. So we've it's been quite a while since that we've known each other. It's I don't know, it's going back maybe 10, 12 years, something like that. When you were living and working in Dublin. Yes. And you were obviously big into networks at that stage, and I was running connector events, and I think that's where we met and we became friends and friends to this day. So yes. But obviously a lot of people that watch us might know who you are, etc. Do you want to maybe go back to the start and tell us a bit about your background?
Well, yes. At this moment in my time, I was in Dublin doing a PhD in business administration at Trinity College, at the IIIS. For those that remember that fantastic institute, it was the Institute for International Integration Studies at Trinity. And yes, I my background is I am a geologist, but I transformed my career at some stage because I did an MBA, and then I decided to use a scholarship that I had to continue that and use that for an international approach. So I was selecting Dublin because all this attractivity that Dublin has with these big tech companies, and the environment with executives and professionals, I found it really good for my research. So I was there, and I was amazed about the people around, the activity, the character from the Irish, So then I connect with you, and I was really happy to do that connection, and yeah, that was the moment. And my research, it was about networks and innovation. So yeah, I think it was very, very good to connect with you and the rest of the ecosystem in Dublin at that time. Yeah.
So then I think you did some work for DCU, and then you went and you departed Dublin, much to our disappointment. So tell us in the meantime, since Dublin and what you're up to do now, what are some of the main highlights of your career?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. So from that period at Trinity, then I continue working at the university, as you mentioned, as a research officer at DCU. And then I received an offer to go back to my country, to Spain, in Madrid, and I was working for a consultancy company with innovation and European projects and these type of things. This is something that I have continued until now, because I currently work for the Madrid healthcare system and their international projects and so on. So healthcare and ICT, and yeah, so this is more or less the trajectory. But I'm really happy that I reconnect with the geology background. So I'm starting collaborations also with geological institutes, applied geology, and so on. So this is a good moment. It's a moment of change now with the pandemic and so on. So everything is changing, and there is a huge need to transform models and to contribute, to new global society. So I think it's a good moment. Yeah.
And so part of your skills and your experiences in public and private, and you've got a really, really deep knowledge in those areas. So do you want to maybe talk a little bit about that, and from a perspective of maybe businesses, small businesses or startups thinking about how to, who may know nothing about that whole area, how do I get involved, or how should I position a business to look for public work, etc.?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. So I have developed like international think tank, like a network of global, with a global network of high-level experts. This was based in the opportunity from being in Trinity at that institute to connect with MIT and other type of institutions and so on. We have developed an association that is called ISAAAC with AAA that states for IoT, industrial IoT, systems of systems, analytics, autonomy, algorithms, and complex systems. And this is something very special, because we use the 8th century anniversary of the Salamanca University to launch the project itself and build up the network. So from the public-private perspective, I continue working on that. I have developed several projects. We are currently developing a center in the rural area for advanced thinking, and involving these international privileged minds, if you want to say. My advice for these startups and companies that are starting is, don't be afraid to use the public funding to be involved in interesting projects around these European funding programs, like Horizon Europe now, that is starting now, and others, and collaborate with this type of other organization for interesting projects that will help them to channel these networks and opportunities.
Yeah. So, and from your research and from your experience and studies, looking at business, is there any kind of pitfalls and ways that a business or entrepreneurs fall down, that you've noticed, things that people should be watching out for?
Right now, I think there is a lot of sectors, verticals, that they need to be aware of. I think it's important to understand opportunities as cross-value chains. Opportunities are there. And I think you need to be aware about the roadmaps of what is going on out there. For example, the Green Deal of environment and these type of things, because there is a huge number of opportunities to transform societies, and also business opportunities that are embedded in that type of roadmaps and so on. So you need to be aware about what is going on, what are the plans, from governments and from groups, circles of power, lobbies, and so on. So you need to be connected with knowledge and information all the time. So that's my recommendation. Be connected. Connected with information about what is going on. What is the plan for 2030? What is the plan for 2050? And so on.
Yeah. Great. And where do you find maybe that entrepreneurs might go wrong? Is it spending enough time looking at research, spending enough time at trends? Is there any other areas that they go wrong, or things that they can improve?
Well, it is complex to provide an advice to an entrepreneur, because they are probably they came with a lot of a mix of elements, but from my perspective, I think it's important to have good sources of information that they can contrast, they can be informed about potential opportunities, to be connected, to do the aim of build opportunities through collaboration, you know, to keep a good soul in collaboration, you know, that will provide good benefit. And I think that's a true engine to move forward and evolve in a positive way. So I think for the entrepreneur to build up the right networks, to build up the right opportunities, that they are, you know, motivating themselves, so they are not feeling like a lack of sense in what they are doing. So it's more like fueling energy in them, in their motivation, because they are very brave people, and they are just, you know, like moving the world and so on. And I think this is important for them to find the right environment of motivation, so to build up the right networks. Yeah, for sure.
So networks, and you mentioned there about collaboration. I think that does help with ideas, and also with helping people get energized.
Trust and reciprocity.
Yes.
That's the principle.
Yeah. And is there any kind of practical ways that an entrepreneur or somebody in business would like to, you know, start collaborating with some other partners? How would you go about it, or recommend people just get started?
Okay, yes, from my experience, again, it's like something simple and so on. I like to involve people that I really like to that I enjoy working, that provide energy and provide passion and provide a lot of contributions to the project itself. And I think to create a proper environment to be successful, it's something enjoyable, and needs to be something that you know, you build yourself because you enjoy. So there is no pain. You know, obviously there is a lot of pain in the world in a natural basis. So if you choose the right people, I think the right people in your team is a crucial part. You know, the right business partners, the right elements of communion, the right elements of connection. You know, interest, areas of interest, and so on. And so I think you need to avoid these other characters that are sucking your energy, and more connecting with type of people that are providing you and retrofitting with a lot of good motivation for your work and your projects. And
and do you say test out some projects, small projects with partners? Is that a good approach, just to start small?
Yeah. I think start small gives you a lot of traction, you know, because you are not assuming a lot of risk, and then you are starting organically to develop something, and then you are moving forwards in a way that you are replicating, escalating things. At the end, it works. So even with the barriers that you normally find with finding money to move forward, to evolve, and so on. So if you structure in a way that you are developing projects in an organic approach, I think it's good. Yeah, cool. At least for me. Yes. If you have the money to do it in a big way, that's fantastic as well. Yeah, I think it's good.
Cool. And is any kind of sectors that you think are going to be pretty hot now in the next 10 years?
Sectors, yes. I think it's all is in a completely transformation. So I think you need to take in account that we are involved in this Industry 4.0 transformation, with all the interconnectivity with IoT, industrial IoT, all these topics and so on. But I think, the typical, no, like neuroscience, technology, supercomputing. I don't know. It's a lot of disruptive moments now with technology that are providing incredible amount of opportunities in each vertical, in each sector, from energy to transportation, mobility, engineering, materials, all are connected. So you need to be available to build up strategies that are related with cross-value opportunities, and to be aware about this adaptability, flexibility, that you need to know what is going on in all these verticals, so to have this information.
Great. Healthcare, for sure. Any kind of podcasts that you would recommend, podcasts or business apps or anything like that, in books that you would like to recommend as well?
Well, I think there is a lot of easy to understand papers, like from a lot of institutions or universities and so on, that you can access freely. If you are interested to access into the research world, you need to pay maybe for that papers, or to access to be affiliated to some university or research center or so on. But I think there is a lot of information there that you need to filter in with the keywords, So my advice for these that are new to that is maybe to use Google Scholar to start searching for papers that are, like related with business model for energy communities, for example. So you can search a lot of interesting papers and things that are deep, that they are providing deep information, but it's not very, very scientific, complicated, and so on. So you can read that articles, and you can extract, from the business perspective way that is very pragmatic. And I think that could help, to be connected with information, knowledge, and so on, and also with people, because from that papers, what you are extracting is names of organizations, institutes, research groups, and so on, that you can be easily connected with, just emailing them or calling them and saying, listen, I'm interested in a potential collaboration with you, because this is my area of interest. You will be surprised that the accessibility right now of people that wants to collaborate. The public funding schemes and the public funding programs are a good opportunity also to start that collaborations between companies and universities, research centers, associations, and so on. That's all. Is overload of information right now. So to recommend a podcast and so on, I think it's more based on the keywords in the areas of interest of people, that can be there. I think maybe to check some of the leading organizations like MIT and Stanford, for example, is good always, or Trinity College.
I'm very conscious of time because I know you've got a busy afternoon, but normally what I would ask you for a recommendation is of music that you like, and what's the latest playlist that you have, because I remember you from back in Dublin, Dr. DJ, playing playing the best tracks in town, and music has always been very, very important to you, and running events. And do you want to talk about that and what music does mean to you?
Well, music for me is one of my pillars in my life. I'm a big collector of records. I'm a DJ myself. I started this since I was a student at the university, so this was my job, to get some money and start to organize myself, to do some trips, to pay the rent, and so on. And I have decided in my life to continue with this. It's not a hobby anymore, because I'm doing this for a long, long time. So I'm a professional DJ myself. So I I think there is like just to frame it a little bit, because I can continue working about this long time. So I think for me it's a good to have a look of what happened in this pandemic, you know, like the people like was recommending and playing music for others at their homes, you know, like the professional DJs that they were doing home sets, you know, like playing from home for others through the platforms like Instagram or YouTube or whatever, or Twitch or whatever, or Twitch TV or whatever. And I think this just a reference, just for the for my recommendation that I really enjoy and I like is En Casa Se Baila, and this is like a group of DJs that organize themselves to do some podcasts and share some music with that. I think it was a lot of enjoy to listen their playlist, their DJ sets and so on. And the music give a lot of hope, you know, because it connects you with a different state of you know, of things, and also is something that I mean for the events that we actually did together in Dublin in that period. It was really refreshing, because we were adopting some formats of event that was really fresh, you know. So the people enter in a way that then the music relax them, and then you can discuss about other topics in a very casual way, you know. You are a master of that, Conor. I think this was really good to mix and to reinvent some of the formats that are there, but to combine them sometimes it works and it helped others. So I think it was really good.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. But can you, Casa, could you maybe spell that out? Because I'd love to check that, but my Spanish is woeful. So Casa
En Casa Se Baila.
En Casa de Se Baila.
At home, you dance, no?
Okay.
I will send you the link, so maybe you can.
Yeah, perfect.
Include it in the
description.
credits.
Yes, perfect. Yeah. Excellent. Okay, that sounds like a great description. Great recommendation. If people want to go and check you out, where's a good place to find you? LinkedIn, etc. And maybe spell out your name, or how can people find you? You know,
you can find me through ISAAAC.
Yes,
ISAAAC is ISAAAC.
Yeah.
.org.
Yes,
I am the president of that organization that is based at Salamanca University. Is hosting this think tank. And you can also find me at Madrid Public Healthcare. So I work for the public institution. I'm also collaborating with other startups and companies and so on. So you can find me easily on LinkedIn by my name. That is Domingo Sanchez. And
perfect.
Maybe we can add some.
I'll add the links in. Yeah, I'll add the
links in the credits. Whatever you consider. Yeah,
perfect. Okay. Well, Domingo, thank you so much for your time. It's been great to catch up. I know you've got a busy schedule this afternoon.
Thank you.
So say hello to your family and have a great weekend, and look forward to talking to you again soon.
You too, Conor. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I hope you enjoyed my chat with Domingo. Please subscribe for future episodes and visit selfmakers.com. Bye for now.